Yeah, right, let's get started. So coming onto your sit bones, sitting on either your block or your cushion or a folded blanket. Legs crossed, grounding down into your sit bones, lengthening through your spine. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears and then roll them down and away. Bring your palms either face up or face down. I invite today uplifting palms, so perhaps face up. And let's bring your your thumb and middle finger to touch, just the tip of your finger. This is our Aakash Mudra. We're working with the element of space in our practice today. Let's take these first few moments at the start of our class to settle into our physical self, arrive on our mats, connect with our breath. Perhaps you close your eyes gently or gaze down towards the earth and begin to turn inward. I invite you to bring your awareness to your breath. This helps to connect the mind and the physical body with our energetic self. Notice the breath. Observe your natural rhythm, the ebb and flow, the rise and fall, the in and out of your breath. Notice how your belly expands when you breathe in and how it contracts when you breathe out. Take some note of the pace of your breath, the rate at which you breathe. Is it slow and steady? Let's cultivate a slow and steady breath. Is it deep and long? Let's cultivate a deep and long breath. Draw your navel back towards your spine. Allow your ribs to curl in, chest to fall. Inhaling, belly, ribs, chest, expand and open. Exhaling, navel, ribs, chest, curl in and contract. So inhaling to open and be prepared for your practice. Exhaling to let go and surrender of your day, your week, the lockdown. Inhale fully to arrive in this present moment. Exhale completely to let go of all that no longer serves you. Full, expansive breaths in, long, releasing breaths out. One more breath here, this Dirga Pranayama. And then on your next inhale, fill your lungs. Fill them completely until you can take in no more breath. Hold that breath in momentarily, as if your lungs are about to burst. And then when you can no longer hold this breath in, very slowly begin to release the breath on your exhale. Slow, slow, slow breath out. Empty out your breath until there is no more breath left in your lungs. Hold that breath out for as long as your capacity allows you. And then when you're ready, take a long, deep breath in and return to your natural rhythm. I invite you to take a breath in and then wash it out through open mouth. That will help return you to your natural pace. Draw your hands together at your heart center in Pranayama or Namaskar or Anjali Mudra it's called. Press your palms firmly together, elbows out, relax your shoulders. opening our practice with 3 Oms, the first sound of the universe. Inhale fully. Exhale through open mouth. Inhale to prepare. Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. Bringing your hands to your eyebrow center, Visuddha Chakra. Namaste. Welcome. So welcome everybody. So today's practice is connecting with one of the 5 great elements. So we've been talking about the Pancha Mahabhutas, the 5 great elements of which we are composed, of which our universe, our earth is composed in different proportions. And we've worked with most of them by now. We've worked with fire, earth, air, water, and this week it's space or ether. This is the final element. It's called Aakash in Sanskrit, and it connects to the sense of space, both expansive space, but also pervasive space. So all of the air that is around us, wherever there is space, within your cells, within your physical self, within your environment, within our world, within our cosmos, that space is all filled up with something and nothing at the same time. So the element of Aakash is made up of everything and nothing at the same time. In a way, we are everything and nothing at the same time. So it's this sense of that we are here, we're not here. We are part of the whole, we are the whole. So, and it's also a super moon tomorrow morning. So we have a super moon and we're going to bring elements of that into our practice. So let's start by placing your fingertips on the earth. Take a moment here to connect with the earth before we rise up. Inhale, turn your palms up and reach above your crown. Let's create this generous V shape. Exhaling, let's bring our hands down to the earth. Moving with your breath. Inhale to rise up. Taking a breath in. Exhale to lower down towards the earth. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to reach down. This time we're going to reach round our body, give ourselves a big hug, really round through the back of your neck, tuck your chin. Inhale, open out to the side, arms parallel. Exhale, let's hug it in, rounding through the back of our shoulders, tucking your chin. Inhale to open. This time we're going to come in one more time, and then when we open, we're going to take one arm behind us. So let's take our left arm behind us and take our right arm to the outside of that knee. Look over your left shoulder. Breathe deeply into your lower belly here. Take a full breath in here. Inhaling, arms out, hug it in, tuck your chin, open out. Take your right hand behind you, left hand to the outside of your knee, look over your shoulder. So our mantra for today is Om Aakashya Namaha. Om Aakashya Namaha. I have space. I am expansive. Also connects to the sense of freedom, liberation, open-mindedness, open heart. Inhale, back to center, open wide. And then let's bring our hands down to the earth. I'm going to invite you to come onto your knees. So take a very wide stance with your knees. Your big toes are touching. Coming into lion pose, Simhasana, and we're going to do a lion's breath, really roaring the breath out. If this does not feel comfortable for your knees, you can stay sitting on your sit bones, or you can place a blanket underneath your knees or the back of your knees. Let's place our fingertips on the earth. In fact, let's place the whole of our hands on the earth. I'm going to make sure you can see me, so let's move that out of the way. So your fingertips are pointing forward for the moment, fingers spread wide. Press into your finger pads, into your knuckles. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Lift your crown. Now, I'm not going to look very pretty doing this, nor will you. We're going to take a full breath in through our nose, and as we exhale, we're going to poke our tongue out as far as we can, and we're going to open our eyes as wide as we can. So it's a lion's roar out. Inhale fully through your nose. Exhale, Simhasana breath. Inhale fully. Make sure you look fearsome. Inhale fully. Take a moment to return to your natural breath. Now let's turn our palms, our fingertips in, so that the inside of our wrists are out. Now this might feel quite tight and uncomfortable. You might have to lift your sit bones from your heels for a little while to give yourself more room here on the inside of your wrist and lower arm. So we're just stretching out our lower limbs, our lower part of our arm, our wrist, especially if we have RSI. We're going to do another lion's breath here. So inhale fully. Exhale, open mouth. Take a moment, and then let's turn our hands round. Now this time we're going to turn the tops of our backs of our hands on the earth, so our palms are up, fingertips towards us. Let me move my beads. There you go, so that we're now opening up the back of our wrist. Again, put some gentle pressure, but not heavy pressure, so you're not dropping your weight down into your wrist, just some gentle pressure so that you can feel a stretch there. Let's do one more lion's breath here. Inhale fully through your nose. And let's release those wrists. Perhaps you rotate them one way, then the other way. Maybe you flex your fingers, flex your hands, perhaps you flex them down and up. Just release those fingers because I have RSI in this right wrist. I'm spending a lot of time on the computer, so my wrist needs a little bit of freedom movement. So it's freedom of movement that we're also connecting with the element of space. Come onto your knees, palms on the earth. Let's have your knees underneath your hips. Take a moment here. Let's inhale to lift our tailbone, dip our lower back, shine our heart forward. Fill your lungs with air. Exhaling, let's begin to round through our back. So cat-cow here, vajrasana, vityasana cycle. Inhaling to lift your tailbone and shine your heart. Exhaling to round and open the back of your heart. So we're cultivating the element of space. So really notice the areas where you have space and the areas that feel tight and compressed. It might be that we're all spending so much time at home, we're putting on a few pounds. So we might feel a bit tight in our clothes. So just connect with that sense of tightness and breathe into that tightness, whether it's your waistband or whether it's an ache or a pain or a soreness you have somewhere. Let's create space with our mind, even if we maybe don't have it physically. One more cat-cow here. We're going to thread the needle here. So inhale, let's lift our left arm to the sky, reach up, creating space across the front of your body, and then exhale, left hand behind your right arm, left ear and shoulder to the mat. With your right hand, You can either walk it forward or cup your palms, or I invite you to lift your right fingertips up to the sky so that you're creating openness across the right side. That right shoulder is turning up. One breath here. Exhale, right hand to the earth. Inhale, left arm back to the sky. Exhaling to the earth. Let's do it the other way. So shift your weight into your left hand. Inhale, right fingertips to the sky. Reaching up for the sky. And then exhale, thread it behind your left, bringing your right shoulder and ear to the mat. Walk your left arm forward, cup your hands. That's option one. Option two is to lift your fingertips to the sky. Let's create openness here. Now our mudra today is the Aakash mudra. So that's holding your right thumb against your middle finger. As you know, each of our fingers connects to a different mudra. And the middle finger connects to the element of space or ether. One more breath here. Exhale, left hand to the earth. Inhale, back to the sky with your right hand. And back to neutral spine. Wherever you are from here, I want you to extend your right leg long so that it's parallel to the earth. Flex your toes so that your toes are pointing down. You're pushing out through your heel. Here we are in Urdhva balancing tiger. Now we can stay here. This might be enough for us. Or we can shift the weight onto our right hand and reach forward with our left hand just for a moment, as if we're about to shake hands or reach for something just beyond our reach. Exhaling, and if your hand's on the earth, let's bend into your right knee so that your toes point up. Let's sweep that left hand behind to reach for our right foot. If you want to stay with your hand connected to the earth, do so, or reach back and take hold of your ankle or the inside of your foot and lift your foot up towards the sky. Perhaps you gaze back towards that foot. One breath here. So you're either going to be here. So wherever you are, you all have your knee bent and your toes pointing up. One more breath. Exhale, left hand to the earth if it's lifted, knee onto the earth. Sit back for a moment. Let's rotate our right wrist, our left wrist. Flex your fingers, curl them. Inhaling to open, exhaling to curl. Really squeeze your fingers in so you're creating a fist. And then rotate. Let's go the other way. Back into table. Take your left leg long behind you. Flex your toes so they point down. You can stay here in Urdhva or reach forward with your right arm. Again, as if you're trying to reach for something beyond your grasp. Connecting with this element of Aakash. Space. So, spaciousness. One more breath here. Now, bend into your left knee. Either reach back with your right hand and take hold of the inside of their foot or your ankle and gaze back towards your lifted foot, or you can have both hands connected with the earth and just bend into your left foot, left knee. Wherever you are, we're creating space here at our heart. Connect with the points of your body and the places they either connect with the earth or with space. So have a sense of your body in space. One more breath here. Exhale, right hand to the earth. Left knee to the earth. Sit back for a moment. Again, let's rotate your wrists. One way, then the other. And then open your fingers and squeeze them tight. So inhale to open. Exhale to squeeze tight. Inhaling to open, exhaling to squeeze tight. And then one more rotation. Back into table, not for very long. We're going to come onto our forearms here now. So drop your elbows underneath your shoulders. Fingers spread wide. Now, make sure you have enough room behind you because we're going to stretch back with our legs. So we're going to stretch back with left leg, tuck your toes. You might be happy here and want to stay here. Or you might step back with your right foot and tuck your toes so that you come into a forearm plank here. Engage your navel. If you have one knee on the earth, let's stay here for the count of 6 breaths. And then I'm going to invite you to swap over to the other leg. If you're here with your knees lifted, yes, we're going to be here for 12 breaths. It's going to be challenging. You keep pushing out through your heels. Crown is reaching forward. Connect with your breath. Your breath will be challenged here. At any point, you can bring your knees to the earth to rest. If you haven't swapped knees yet, swap knees if you have one knee on the earth. Not long to go. You're going to be feeling it now. 3 more breaths wherever you are. One more breath. Exhale, both knees to the earth. Walk your hands back towards you. Eyebrows center on the earth. Child's pose here. So your eyebrow center is either resting on the earth or on a block. Your sit bones are near your heels. Your arms are reaching forward, hands fully connected with the earth. Breathe into the back of your heart space. Let's take one honeybee breath here, Brahmari breath. We're also working with the throat chakra. So we have these energy centers. The throat chakra connects with the element of space. Take a full breath in through your nose and out through closed lips, making a humming or buzzing sound. Inhale together. Lift your gaze, lift your heart back onto your knees. We're going to move into dolphin pose just for a moment. So let's bring your forearms back to the earth. Interlace your fingers so that you create a cradle here. Now, tuck your toes. How close you walk your feet to your hands is yogi's choice. So you've tucked your feet here in sort of table variation. Now lift your knees and lift your tailbone. Relax your crown so that your head is between your forearms. Allow your head to hang loose here. So your weight is distributed into your forearms and you're pushing your weight through the backs of your heels. You're lifting your tailbone. You can stay here. Or you can begin to walk your feet forward so that more of your weight shifts onto your forearms. We're not here for long. 3 more breaths here. At any point, you can walk your feet back so that you release the weight from your forearms. 1 more breath. Everybody exhale, knees to the earth. Big toes together, knees as wide as the mat. Let's bring our sit bones back. Take your arms alongside your body, palms face up. Child's pose here with wide-legged stance. Full breath in. Let's do Brahmari. Honeybee breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, Brahmari. Inhale to lift your gaze. Walk your hands forward And let's drop onto our right heel, extend our legs. We're going to have a little mini break here before we get up onto our mats. Let's take your legs. So you can either have them as wide as your mat. So maybe I'll sit here, try to work out what's a good angle for me. So have your legs wide. They can be very wide or they can be closer together. Yogi's choice. Flex your toes. If you need to sit on something, you can sit on your block or your blanket. So I'll lift my seat slightly on my block. There you go. Sit tall here, relax your shoulders, relax your neck, lift your crown. Take a moment here. Inhale, reach up through your fingertips. Exhale to hinge forward. And then release your hands to the earth in between your legs. Now your hands may be resting up near your thighs or your knees or maybe down towards your feet. Doesn't matter where they are. Your body might be more upright. You might be closer to the earth. All depends on how much flexibility and space you have. All our bones are different lengths. Our joints are in different places. Our limbs are different lengths. We all look very different in this pose. We're not gymnasts or athletes or dancers. We are just normal people with a normal range of motion and movement. One more breath here. Inhale, lift your gaze, walk your hands back towards you, coming upright. I'm going to remove my block for this next bit. Let's fold in your right leg to your right thigh. Take a moment here. We're going to turn our heart over to our left leg, lengthen. And then as you exhale, let's hinge forward and walk towards our left foot. Again, you can hold your legs anywhere you want, or you can place your hands on the earth. Yogi's choice. See how it feels in your body. You might reach for your ankles, your toes. You want to have the sense that your heart is coming towards your knees. It's melting towards your knee. How far it is from your knee is irrelevant. It's your energetic intention that counts here. One more breath here in Janu Shirsasana, head to knee pose. And inhale to lift your gaze and walk your hands back towards your body. Take your right hand onto the earth behind you. So your fingertips are pointing away. Your left hand can come onto your heart, or you can have it on your hip here. What we're going to do is rise up into variation of wild thing, Kamatkarasana. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your sit bones, and reach up with your hips towards the sky. Your left foot comes connected with the earth. Your right shin is on the earth. Your left hand is on your heart. Keep gazing up and reaching over. Your left hand can reach over your head, or it can stay on your heart. Take a glimpse at me. So we went from here with our sit bone on the earth and lifted ourselves by pressing into our right hand, lifting our hips, keeping that left leg extended. One more breath here. Kamatkarasana variation, wild thing variation. Exhale, sit bones to the earth. Kamatkarasana means surprise or miracle pose. So wild thing, which is what we call it in the West, doesn't really do it justice. Miracle pose is amazing because, wow, we are surprising ourselves. Bring that right knee in, hug it in towards you. Let's cross that right foot over your left leg. Keep hugging in. Sweep your left arm out, wrap it around your right knee. Reach up with your right fingertips to the sky and exhale, take them behind you and gaze over your right shoulder. Keep your left foot flexed. You can have your thumb connected with your middle finger here in Aakash Mudra. Breathing into your belly, opening across your heart. One more full breath here. Inhale, turn to center, followed by your heart. Uncross your leg, but keep it here. We're going to go into another variation now of wild thing, the Kamatkarasana. So keep that right foot where it is, with foot on the earth. Left leg's extended. Let's take our left hand on the earth behind us. So our left hand is on the earth behind us. Our right hand can stay on our heart, can be on the earth, or can be on our hips. Let's just see where your right hand wants to go. I'm going to start with it on my heart. Press into your left hand. Inhale, lift your sit bones off the earth. Keep pushing into your hips. And you can reach overhead with your right hand. So you can see we're coming to wild things here. Miracle pose. One more breath here. So we've just been on our sit bones, and we inhale to lift our hips, open our heart, reach overhead. We keep that right hand on our heart. One more breath. Exhale, lower to the earth. Let's bring both knees in, give them a little hug. Place your eyebrows center on your knees. And then let's look up. Let's go the other way. So this time we're going to fold in our left foot to our right thigh. I'm going to go into Janushirsasana on this side, head to knee pose. So turn your heart over your right leg this time. As you exhale, hinge forward by walking your hands as far forward as they can go. It can be on your leg, on your foot, or on the earth. Reach forward with your crown and melt your heart down towards your right knee. Breathing into your lower back here, especially the left side where you can feel the extension. So in space, you also need to become aware of where there isn't any space. So that when we move back, we recognize the space that we have gone into and come out of. One more breath here in head to knee pose, Janushirsasana. Inhale, lift your gaze towards your toes, walk your hands back. Let's take our left hand behind us, right hand on our heart. So this time, remember, we're going to come onto our left shin. Our right toes are going to point, and we're going to bring the sole of our foot onto the earth. So here we go. Inhale, lift your sit bones. Push your hips forward, open your heart. Right hand stays on your heart, reaches overhead. So this time, rather than having our foot on the earth, we've got our shin on the earth. And then we progress to having our foot on the earth. Kamatkarasana, surprise pose. One more breath here. Keep reaching with your hips, opening across your heart, reaching overhead or right hand on your heart. This is also called a heart opener. There's a beautiful saying. It's called ecstatic unfolding of the enraptured heart pose, which is a much nicer way of putting it. Let's bring that left knee in, cross your left foot over your right leg, going to come into our twist, our Matsyendrasana. Inhale, wrap your right arm around your knee. Reach up with your left arm. Exhale, hand behind you. Turn over and look over your left shoulder here. Remember, you can have your fingers in your mudra, so thumb and middle finger. Keep your right foot flexed. One full breath here in seated twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. And then inhale to turn center, followed by your heart. Uncross your leg. Keep that left foot on the earth next to your right thigh. Sit up tall. So we're going to go into the variation where we're going to be on our left foot And we're going to have our right hand behind us, left hand on our heart. Press into your right palm and then inhale, lift your sit bones. Keep reaching with your hips towards the sky. Open your heart. Perhaps you gaze down. Left hand can reach overhead. So you can either stay on the sole of your foot, come onto the ball of your left foot. Pardon me while I adjust the technical stuff. One more breath here. Exhale, sit bones to the earth, hand to your heart. Let's hug both knees in. Give yourself a little hug. And release your hands. Let's swing your legs round. Come onto all fours. Tuck your toes. Rise in mountain. Pedal your feet here. Let's take your hands as wide as your mat. Feet as wide as your mat. So you're in wide mountain here. Wide Pardhatasana. Take up space on your mat. Have the sense of liberated, free movement. One more breath. Inhale, lift your gaze. Let's walk your feet to the top of your mat. Come into a forward fold here at the top of your mat. Soften through your neck, head, shoulders. Take hold of opposite elbows perhaps. Maybe you swing your arms gently from side to side. Really allow your upper body weight to be drawn down towards the earth, tailbone reaching up. And then inhaling, unfurl your spine to come up to rising. Spine is last to dust and standing mountain here. There you go. So you're probably at the top of your mat. I've moved so you can see me. I'm standing in the middle of my mat. Here, let's tuck in our elbows. Palms are face up. Bring your thumb and middle finger to touch in Aakash Mudra. As we inhale, I'm going to draw our arms out to the side. Exhaling, tucking them into our ribcage. Inhale. So engage through your core here. So we're moving our breath and moving our arms with our breath, but we're physically engaged. So zip in your midline. Engage your core by drawing your navel to the spine. Inhaling. And when you open your arms, really reach through your fingers, open across your heart. Exhaling. Hug them in. Have this sense of moving through space. Aakash element helps us to adjust and manage change. So the element of air brings about change. The element of space helps us to adjust, move with the change, cope with change. One more here. Exhaling, tuck your elbows. You're at the top of your mat. Release your hand. Inhale, reach up. Gentle back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands on thighs. Crown reaching forward, halfway lift. Tuck your elbows. Exhale, fold. Inhale to step back along with your right foot. Tuck your toes so that you're on the ball of your foot. Keep your right knee lifted for the moment. Inhale, reach up with your arms to the sky. Create a V shape. Keep pushing out through your right heel. Let's sweep our arms behind us and interlace our fingers in a yoga mudra or take hold of opposite elbows. Draw your shoulder blades together. Draw your hands down towards the earth if they're in a yoga mudra. We're going to fold forward in humble warrior here. So as you exhale, reach up with your yoga mudra and bring your left shoulder to rest on your left thigh. And then relax your crown down towards the earth. If you want to, you can take your left shoulder past your left thigh.
so that you're hovering here rather than being balanced on your left leg. One more breath here. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, release your hands, reach up, straighten through your left knee. Exhale, bend into your left knee, hands to the earth. Lift your left hand to the sky, easy twist. Exhale, left hand to the earth. Step back long, body parallel. You can bring your knees directly to the earth, or you can keep them lifted for a moment. Exhale, knees, toes untucked, elbows in, chest and chin to the earth, tailbone lifted, Ashtanga. Lower your abdomen by moving your knees away. Press into your palms. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, through table into mountain. We're going to take a lion's breath here. Inhale through your nose and out through open mouth by poking out your tongue. Inhale together. Exhale, Simhasana. One breath here. Bend into your right knee and step your right foot between your hands. Doesn't matter how many shuffles it takes to come forward, or if you bring your left knee to the earth to step forward, step your right foot forward, getting there how you choose. One breath here. Let's drop our left heel to the earth. Inhale to rise. Keeping our arms wide. So this time we have the whole of our left foot connected with the earth. Bend into your right knee. Sweep your hands behind you, interlacing in Mudra. Draw your hands towards the earth, open your heart, lift your gaze. So you're more supported here, and so you can bend back a little more. So your weight is shifting into your left leg. Lift your gaze, looking up towards the expansive sky. Bend into your right knee. Again, we're going to fold forward in humble warrior here. So you can hinge forward and rest your right shoulder on your right thigh, or you can lift your right shoulder to the inside of your thigh so that it's not supported. Wherever you are, so you're either here with your shoulder on your thigh, or here with your crown more towards the earth. One breath more. Stay where you are, release your hands, bring them directly to the earth. Rotate on the ball of your foot, step forward with your left foot to meet your right. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment here, connect with your breath. Quite a challenging sequence. We're moving through space, becoming aware of the constrictions, aware of the challenges. One breath here. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, fold forward. This time, let's step back long with our left leg. Stay on the ball of your foot. Inhale, hands to sky. Create a V shape with your arms. Sweep them behind you. Interlace, draw your hands down. So here, stay more upright with your upper body. Exhaling to fold forward. So again, you can rest the right shoulder, the right side of your heart space on your right thigh, or you can bring it to the inside of your right thigh and allow your crown to reach towards the earth. Here you will engage more firmly through your sole of your right foot. You would reach out through the heel of your left foot to balance. One breath here. Inhale to rise up. Release your hands, V shape here with your arms. Exhale, left hand to the earth, right arm to the sky. Easy twist. Exhale, right hand to the earth. We're going to flow here, body parallel. Knees, tops of feet, elbows tucked in, chest and chin, tailbone lifted, Ashtanga to the earth. Inhale. Cobra. Exhale through table into mountain. Nearly there. Let's take a lion's breath here, Simhasana breath. In through your nose, out through open mouth. Let's lift your left leg and bring your left foot to the front of your mat. So take as many steps as you need. So you might shuffle it forward or take small steps. You might bring your right knee to the earth and then bring your left foot forward. Make the journey. And this time, let's drop our right heel to the floor. So we're in this warrior stance. Inhale, hands to sky. Create a V. Reach behind, interlace your fingers. So this time, let's interlace them the other way so that it feels weird, as if you're missing a digit. Exhale and lift your heart space, lift your gaze. Take a few breaths here. And then we'll fold forward. Again, we bring our left shoulder to rest on our left thigh. Or we bring our left shoulder to the inside of our left thigh. And our crown is reaching down towards the earth. Maintain a steady connection between your feet and the earth. One breath more. Release your hands straight to the earth. Rotate on the ball of your right foot. And step forward with your right foot to meet your left. Take a moment here. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. No more vinyasas. Take a breath. Take a lion breath here. Simhasana breath. Inhale through your nose. One more. You tuck your elbows in here as well if you want. Beautiful. We're going to come into angel wings from here. So I'm going to face you, but you can stay on lengthways on your mat here. So we're going to do a little flow here. So your hands can be on your hips or out alongside your body, palms face forward. Find what works for you. Let's shift your weight into your left leg. With your right leg, reach behind. Bring your toes onto the earth here. Stay upright with your body. Find something ahead of you that's not going to move. So find your drishti, your focal point. As you inhale, you're going to bend into your right knee and work your right knee through and take your arms up so that you create this H shape here. As you exhale, you're going to float your arms and your toes behind you. So your toes can connect with the earth each time, or you can leave them hovering above the earth here. So your right toes are reaching back. Staying balanced on your left foot. Inhale to float forward and up. Exhale to float back. So this pose here is called Vajrasana, angel pose. Inhale to rise. Exhale to float back. So your breath, move with your breath. Your breath will be going at different rates compared to mine. So the next time you reach back in angel pose, let's bring your hands to your heart space. So remember, your toes are either connected or lifted here off the earth. It matters not. Exhaling, let's bend deeply into our left knee and bring our crown down towards the earth. Bring our fingertips down towards the earth or onto your blocks. So your right toes are on the earth and you're here in a forward fold, variation of standing splits, or your right leg is lifted behind you. If you wish, you can place one hand around the back of your left calf so that you're only balancing with one finger here to keep you steady. You can take both hands to the back of your left calf. Yogi's choice. Or you can have both sets of fingers on the earth. Bend into your right knee, bring your right foot to the earth to meet your left. Bend into your knees so that your fingertips can connect with the earth or with your block. Bend deeply into your left knee. Lift the left heel off the earth here. So your right foot is planted off the earth. Your right leg is straight. Your left knee has a deep bend. The left heel is off the earth. Let me show you here. Inhale, lift your left fingertips to the sky. This is what happens when you have earpieces in. So your right fingertips stay on the earth. Your left fingertips are reaching up. You have a bend in your left leg. One more breath here. Exhale, left hand to the earth. Keep that bend in that left knee. Inhale, right fingertips to the sky. Your right leg is straight. Exhale, both hands now on the earth. Let's walk through your legs for a moment before we go to the other side. So let's keep our left leg straight, the sole of the foot planted on the earth. Lift your right heel, bend deeply into your right knee here. Inhale, reach your right fingertips to the sky. So the same side as your bent knee here. You can keep gazing down or you can gaze up. One breath here. Exhale, right hand to the earth. Keep that bend in your right knee. Inhale, left fingertips to the sky. Again, you can gaze up or you can gaze down, yogi's choice. So here's a twist. Exhale, left hand to the earth. Release your foot to the earth. Walk your feet to loosen. And then inhale, bending into your knees, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Let's take a moment here. We're going to come into another balance here. This is where if you want to reach for your belt or your scarf, you can do so. Or just use your fingers. We'll come into two variations, so you choose the variation for you. Let's shift the weight into our left leg. Find your drishti, your balance, something to focus on ahead of you. Lift the heel of your right foot up here. Bend into your right knee and lift it up. Flex your foot. So you're here. Let's take the outside of your left hand, your left palm to the outside of your right knee. Your right hand can stay on your heart or on your hips for balance. So you're crossing your left hand to the outside of your right knee. One breath here. You can also now reach back with your right arm, so you come into this twist here. Keep that right foot flexed, maybe even rotated. You might take your gaze back towards your right hand, or keep it ahead or to the side, wherever you feel the most balance. One more breath. Inhale, let's bring that right hand back to our hip or to our heart. And we're going to take hold of our right toe with our right hand. So now you switch your left hand onto your hip. I'll turn around so you can see me. So steady through your left leg. If you need to take a little break here. Now we're going to either reach forward with our leg, and here you might have your belt, or just go as far as you can. So keep a deep bend in your knee. So I'll move sideways so you can see that you don't have to go very far. You could be here, you could be here. One more breath. Release your toe, shake your left leg out, shimmy your hips, boogie your arms. Let's go to the other side. So let's shift the weight onto our right leg this time. Again, your hands can be on your hips for balance. Bend into your left knee this time. So remember, we're going to do our twist first. So let's take the right hand to the outside of your left knee. Your left hand can stay here on your hips. You could even be holding a wall. Yogi's choice. One breath here. Left hand can stay, come to your heart, or it can reach out behind you.
Your gaze can stay ahead, in front of you, to the side, or back towards your left hand. Keep gazing on your fixed point. So when you find where you want to look, keep your gaze focused there. One more breath here. Exhale, hand to your heart or your hip. Lower your knee for a moment if you need. I'm going to switch. And this time I'm going to take my left toe, my left piece fingers around my left toe. My right hand can stay on my hip. I might reach it forward, I might reach it out. I can do whatever I like with this right hand. Yogi's choice. And then reach forward with the sole of your left foot. So you could have your arm out to the side, you could have your arm reaching forward, you can have it on your hip. Play around here. One more breath. I'm going to show you from the side so you can see what it looks like from the side. So my hamstrings are quite tight because I do. So if you're a rower, and I know there's some rowing ladies here with me, our hamstrings tend to get tight. Or if you're a cyclist or a runner. One more breath here. Exhale, lower your legs, shimmy it out, shake your hips. So we're not going to come to the earth in Shavasana today because we're working with the element of space. So we're going to close with our breath and our mudra. So again, you can bring your thumb to touch your middle finger, bend into your knees and loosen it out. Elbows tucked in. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck in. I'm going to chant our mantra. Om Akashya Namaha. Om Akashya Namaha. Om Akashya Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hands to your eyebrow center. Namaste, Dhanyavad. Thank you very much. You should be feeling pretty lively for a Wednesday evening.